sides of the bone. Get that tendon right out. And slip it right down the back. Trim off that. Now you have a nice flat piece. Already have 3 set up for you.
What got you into cooking?
My mom. Growing up in New York, my mom worked a little late hours, so I kind of had to learn very quickly to start making dinner. And my mom had a rule of season the meat before I get home, and that way it makes it just easier for her. So that's kind of where it all started in New York. Seasoning the meat, and then said, screw it, I'm gonna just make dinner.
Making curry chicken, you always want to take your spices first. I like to take a little pumpkin spice that has ginger, allspice, nutmeg, cinnamon, throw your garlic powder. Sorry, I don't really measure anything.
Measure with the soul.
Yeah, just how mom taught me. Fresh rack pepper. I always like to get the ones that has different peppercorns in there. Gets a little floral notes to it.
Growing up, were there any challenges you faced?
Yeah, growing up in New York with a handicap is brutal. Is gnarly. Yeah, kids are really cruel, but honestly, I had a really cool martial arts coach. So without him, it would have been a lot more weird being this old and not being able to use my right hand at all.
And then your curry. Yellow curry powder. This is a Trinidadian staple. You put it literally in everything. Now for this, it's kind of odd. You want your curry to brown. You want to bloom your curry in the oil, in the pan. You can start to smell it. Throw in all your other seasonings. Keep combining.
Did martial arts help you growing up, dealing with that kind of stuff?
Yeah, he would tie my left hand behind my back every day, from the start of the school, from class to the end, just so I only had to use my right. It made it really strong, so it kind of worked out for me.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Now we're gonna place the chicken. You really want a lot of that curry on there. Tool and the other thing. That's how you want that. Almost like it's already burnt, but it's not. More of that in there. Now we're gonna try to crisp up that skin. I usually go about a 7, medium-high heat.
What do you like to do to get prepared for a meal?
I like to go to Walmart and just kind of walk around and maybe watch a little Chopped because I enjoy Chopped, but mostly just go to Walmart, walk around, try to get inspired by what I want to eat that day, you know. Yeah, Walmart. Good times.
I don't do rice. I don't do rice. So I do the little 10-minute rice. Pop that right in there. Secret ingredient to get coconut rice. Coconut milk right into the water. That'll boil. That'll get the acid.
Do you remember the first meal you prepared?
Yup. Still my favorite one. I actually just made it a little while ago. It is a stuffed meatloaf. You roll it out, and it has cheddar cheese and broccoli, and you roll it all together, bake it, so when you slice it, it has a spiral of cheese and broccoli, and then a ketchup top. I made that for my mom when I was 8, right when we moved out to Colorado. And yeah, it weirded her out because she didn't know where I learned it from, but I made it up.
I'm just gonna do some diced onion is not for flavor, not for texture, just for flavor.
What are some of your favorite culinary styles?
Definitely Italian. I love Italian. Not the pasta side, but just the fresh ingredients and how you just put everything together. It's just my favorite kind of style of cooking. And then honestly, just American, cooking, just putting everything together, old school, American style, and throwing other cultures in there here and there, just, for some flavor.
Yeah, skin starts to bubble up just a tiny bit. Doing good, doing good. Green peas. Sweeter the better. Chicken stock. Salt, always. Salt and pepper everything. Right here we're just trying to figure out a nice consistency. Alright. Seems like we might need a little bit more chicken stock. Double up on that. That's where it's at. There you go. When you want to bring it down a little bit. Want to start getting all these little crunchies underneath them. Eat that onion.
Is there anyone you like to replicate or gain inspiration from when cooking?
Gordon Ramsay and Bobby Flay, my two favorite culinary superstars. So I really like the way they cook. They cook really. Bobby Flay goes really fast, hard, and spicy, lots of bold flavors. And Gordon Ramsay is very refined, very technical. And I like to throw those both in together, and I think that's how I like to cook.
Now, here comes the fun. That's gonna cook the bottom out, keeping that top nice and crispy. And just some coconut milk. In my family, it is a staple. It's unsweetened too, so it does have a little sweetness because of course it's coconut, but really kicks up the sauce. Now you're gonna let this reduce to about half.
If you could cook something for your favorite celebrity, who would it be and what would be on the menu?
I would definitely like to make oxtails for Rihanna, because she's Trinidadian, I'm Trinidadian, and oxtails is like the staple down there. Yeah, and I'd really like to make that for her because I have a very good oxtail recipe that's not West Indian. It has more of an Asian flair to it.
Awesome, but that's all I've got.
Sweet.
Thank you, Jay Brown.
No problem.
Appreciate ya.
Enjoyed it.